Hey y'all, so we are going to pick up back in Matthew 26:67. So when they spat in his face and they struck him with their fists, and some slapped him in the face. All right, so remember yesterday we ended with that slapping that turned the other cheek. That was shame. They were they were putting shame on him, shaming him. Galatians 3:13. Let's go there real fast. Now that was cursed. Cursed is everyone who hangs on a tree. Let me think about that other verse. So Isaiah 50, verse 6. That says, I gave my back to the smiters and my cheeks to those who plucked off the hair. I did not hide my face from shame and spitting. That provides more insight, right? So I gave my back to the smiters, my cheeks to those who plucked off the hair. So I, again, just cringe thinking about it. But if we realize that Jesus has taken our sickness, and in the punishment and the horror that he went through, what on earth could be beyond the reach of what he did? What could be more than what he endured? And so his back, and we'll read this in one of the other scriptures as well, but Jesus was beaten, those stripes on his back, 39 lashes, and the whips that were used had embedded pieces of bone and metal, sharp things that when they hit would go into the skin and rip the skin off. So these 39 lashes, I gave my back to the smiters. The skin was gone off of his back. He was hit 39 times. He was tied to a pole with his back exposed. And those bones and metal and shards would just rip his skin every time they whipped 39 times. That was just one act of torture. They pulled the hair off of his face. Can you imagine the pain? And then not just the pain of the moment, but then the exposure that left for them to punch him and slap him. I gave my back to the smiters and my cheeks to those who plucked off the hair. I did not hide my face from shame and spitting. And then let's go to Matthew 27:29-30. And weaving a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and they put a reed of staff in his right hand, and kneeling before him, they made a sport of him, saying, Hail, greetings, good health to you, and long life, you King of the Jews. They spat on him, and they took the reed and struck him on the head. So they weaved the crown of thorns, which, again, if you go to Rick Renner and study, you'll find out particularly the type of thorns, put it on his head, And then they hit him on the head, pressing and pushing those thorns into his head. If you've ever thought that healing was really not the will of the Father, I pray that as we dig into the torture that Jesus went through in his body, the Holy Spirit begin to make revelation to you that he made provision for your healing. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.